Coming up, it's a rematch of Super Bowls 16 and 23. There's no Joe Montana, no Boomer Esiason, but we've got rising stars in Trey Lance and Joe Burrow. It's headed your way next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. We get our first look now at Trey Lance, ready to quarterback this San Francisco offense. And Lance, the number 3 pick in the 2021 draft, North Dakota State.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game, 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 88 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to pass. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1st and goal from the 6. Here's Sermon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now it's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Now it's Burrow. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on,
people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
These two teams all tied after one. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Sermon. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 24. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Sermon. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9. They give the Sermon out of the gun. Oh, he pulls over him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have moved down in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 11. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
We're going to work.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to speed with some tempo. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards remain for second down. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another pass.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Adafe Owe. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Again, it's Sermon.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. On the handoff, Sermon. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Sermon.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on second and 10. Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to... Stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Excellent work there by Lance. As he scrambles for the first down.
Now that definitely hurts. Because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They run. Here's Sermon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they run once more with Sermon.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Throwing now is Lance. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Sermon.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Sly set to boot it. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, he'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Odafe Oweh.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Chris Jones now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Sermon. Trucks over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident. Pretty early on, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Right back to Juszczyk again. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, and got it done.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. To the air again, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds.
Let's go.
That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Keep playing hard.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! That's caught. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,